Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful, beautiful day. And I hope you all took yesterday and got some much needed rest. Spent time with your family, loved on yourself, did a little self care. Welcome again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, you all know we're never here for a long time, but we do make the best of the time that we do have here. And I appreciate each and every one of you that pulled up on me today. I really, really do. I really do. We're back to business. And now, tonight, we want to get into our girl, Gabby. And we just want to talk about that TikTok that she posted. And we want to make sense of it, even if Gabby didn't make sense of it. So tonight we're going to talk about it and try to make sense of it. For those of you that are here, once again, welcome. Welcome. If you haven't hit that like button yet, hit the like button for your girl. Share out the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Moca's live. Don't forget to hit those emojis to the right. Show the channel some love. Remember, here at Moca and the Nola Bells, everybody's somebody. There are no big I's, no little U's. All opinions are welcome. All opinions are respected. And I'm going to give you all just a chance to get up on in here and get comfortable and get relaxed before we do what we do. See you all in 1 minute.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No bells, the work ain't done. No. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. Stand tall.
All right, guys, I'm back. For those of you that are just entering the building, happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all, once again, had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Now, before we get up into this commentary, let Mocha do what Mocha do. That's to make sure that I greet each and every one of you here. Mariah, happy Wednesday, my love. I see you, boo. Taisha, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday to you, my beautiful sister, Dr. J. Happy Wednesday, my love. My sister, Kristen, is here. Happy Wednesday, boo. My sister, Rashina. Happy Wednesday. Sassy, I see you, sis. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you all are well. Tanya, I see you, sister. Happy Wednesday, my girl. Look at my sister Charlotte's Web is up in here. Hey, sis. I'm praying on that hand, girl. I'm praying for that hand. And this change in the weather don't make it no better. Hey, Dolores. Happy Wednesday, my love. Sunshine, I see you, sister. Happy Wednesday, beautiful. All of my sisters are in here. April Webster, I see you, my love. Look at JJ. Hey, JJ, what's going on, sis? Welcome, my love. Welcome. Tracy Ellen, I see you, sister. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Beautiful soul, I see you, my love. Cool Girl Sisters, I see you. Welcome, welcome, boo. Hey, my girl Erica, welcome, boo. Hope all is well with you. Hey, Cynthia, welcome, my love. I'm enough. Happy Wednesday, my love. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Pamela, welcome to the chat, my love. She says howdy from Houston. Welcome, neighbor, welcome. My girl Essie is in the building. Hey, Essie, welcome, my love. Kimberly Earls, I see you, boo. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Black Beauty, I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday to you, boo. Look at my girl Ann is up in here. Hey, boo. Happy Wednesday, my love. I hope all is well. Hey, Rosalind. Happy Wednesday, boo. Today we're going to make it do what it do. We're going to have this little discussion. Hey, Pretty Wings. Welcome, sis. Happy Wednesday to you. My girl Nisha is up in here. Welcome, boo. And Kenyetta Marie. Hey, sister. Welcome, my love. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome, baby. Hurricane, I see you, boo. Happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Gigi. Welcome, my love. My girl says she had bingo again today. Hey, relax yourself, my love. Relax yourself. Y'all know Mocha have nothing but love for each and every one of you here. Each and every one of you here. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all taking out your busy day, your schedule, and coming in, rocking with Mocha and the Nola Bells. I appreciate it. But tonight, we're not here for a long time because the change in the weather has Mocha feeling like the weather today. But I'm here nonetheless. I'm here nonetheless. So tonight we want to talk about Gabby. Gabby set online, bold as shit. And when Gabby says, I ain't no snitch. Hey, terrific. Welcome, sis. When Gabby said, I ain't no snitch. I had to look at Gabby sideways. Because the stupidity in saying I'm not no snitch, that right there, that shit explains why so many of our children never gets justice. Guess Gabby felt if she stayed silent, I guess Gabby felt that was her loyalty to Keon King. I just didn't understand. But what these young people don't understand, street codes sounds real solid until somebody's mama has to plan a funeral. Hey, Dale, welcome, my love. It sounds loyal till that silence ends up protecting the guilty. We need a new code. Oh, look at my beautiful sister, Sassy. Thank you, boo. If you know something, say something. If you see something, do something. Because the longer we protect evil, the longer evil survives. And that's what the hell Gabby done. That conversation that Gabby brought to social media, if I was Gabby, hey, my beautiful Deidre, welcome, sis. If I were Gabby, and if I was sitting in all the shit that Gabby sits in, that coming to social media, I would have never, right? Gabby's sitting here with a arm length of charges. Pretty damn similar to Keon King's. Gabby's charged with possession of an instrument of crime, terroristic threats, conspiracy, simple assault, reckless endangerment, and aggravated assault. Same damn charges. Hey, Michelle, welcome, baby. In April of this year alone, Gabby had a bail set on those charges. She walked out. Gabby had a preliminary hearing. Sis, ignorant. Gabby's preliminary hearing for that was July 29, 2025, right? But wasn't that the same court date for the missing witness? The one who Keon King strangled. See, that's why I have a problem with the DA. There's no way this young lady don't show up in court, but her accusers do. And not once, not twice, 3 times over. You just don't show up. But they don't dig into it, and they don't go to find out why this young lady never made it to court. But yet Keon King's attorney, he's out here trying to justify that it ain't on them that the young lady didn't appear. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. How does that happen? Why did they not subpoena that witness? You gotta show up. Hey, Miss Antoinette, welcome, boo. They could have sent the marshals looking for this witness. My thing is, didn't it cross nobody's mind? Hey, just Mona, welcome, my love. Didn't it cross nobody's mind that maybe, hey, Rachel, welcome, my love. Maybe, just maybe, something was wrong. Maybe somebody made sure she couldn't appear. That was neglect. And I believe it to be intentional neglect. Ann says, Gabby lied, saying she never knew Keon was this way. All lies. She did. Keon has the same charges and other victims before Kada. And it's been brought to my attention. Exactly, Tanya, scare tactics. I believe it. And it's been brought to my attention that D share similar charges. Birds of a feather flock together. I did hear D say earlier that she and Gabby had been friends for over 15 years. Hey, my beautiful sister, PJ, welcome, my love. Now, why would I run the streets with two people, Keon King and Gabby, knowing that they are who they are, and I'm not that either? It's the lies that's behind the bullshit. Now, we're going to call a lie a lie. Gabby sent her ass on that platform and she told people that she was in Maryland, saying she was at college. What college, Gabby? College where, Gabby? Because ain't no school, bitch, letting you slide in with no assault and conspiracy charges. So you have to make these lies make sense. You people could be so kind to hit the like button all day long. That bitch is free 99. I appreciate you pulling up. But the least you could do is hit the like button. And I appreciate it. I really do. Then Gabby went on and said she didn't know Kada. I need Gabby ass to stop. I need Gabby to quit. I needed Gabby to think about what she said before she said it. Hey, Rhapsody, welcome, my love. But Gabby, you said you was cool with Kada's sister. You would go over to these people's home. So if you were cool with Kada's sister, Gabby, how the hell do you think it's possible you could make us believe you didn't know Kada? Gabby, you didn't just accidentally end up at somebody's mama's house. and claim you don't know them. The contradictions has been contradicted. Rashina, thank you, my love. Thank you. But Gabby, the tell-all was when you said Keon was the neighborhood's pharmacy. Hey, Deborah Crosby, welcome, baby. So, Gabby, you knew what he was into because I'm pretty sure you were one of his biggest customers. You knew he was the dope man. But yet, you still, according to you, said that you told him where Kada resided. Gabby, I'm not confused by that part because you said it, I didn't. And to me, it's no longer confusion, Gabby. That's collusion. You were a part of the damn problem. My girl Tanya said there's a lot of people involved with this case. For sure, sis. You better know it. Ms. Antoinette said, how about a debt was owed? Wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute. My girl says, how about a debt was owed? And they know how this ninja moves. And they hired him to do this for them. Ms. Antoinette. Ain't no nonsense. Welcome, my love. Ms. Antoinette. That's a theory. Because Antoinette, baby, Mocha went down that driveway too. Miss Antoinette. Because listen, we got to make it make sense because in Keon King's earlier charges, the charges read, and I don't give a damn how the DA, the prosecutor, whomever tried to fix it at this point. Keon King's initial charge was kidnap for hire. My beautiful sister up in here. Hey, Tarsha. Kidnap for hire. And mysteriously, the for hire part, Miss Antoinette, it went away. Now he's only with the kidnap on his record. So, Miss Antoinette, the question remains, who? Who? It's the cover-ups. It is definitely the cover-ups. Anne says, it's being alleged. It's being alleged here, hello, that a guy by the name of James Lee was also staying in that house on Belmore Terrace. Could he be the one who helped Keon carry Kada to that shallow grave? They said it was two men. Wow. Sassy ain't shit. Thank you, boo. Because Kristen said. And that's interesting. 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 They said it was two men, but they can't identify the other. All they knew, it was two figures that they saw. And when it's time for crime, it's easy for a woman, it's easy for another to do what they gotta do to disguise who they are. Huh. Imagine that. We gotta keep our eyes open. Tanya says Gabby got a gift of gab. Gabby sealed her own ticket to jail. Huh. This is a mess. Of course, Rashida says a whole pharmaceutical company that young. Keon King threw his whole life away behind nonsense. Behind nonsense. My thing, and I have to say it, what is it that Gabby could have said or done that was that bad, that was worth taking her life? It couldn't have been that she was with another man, but I do realize it was something. So Gabby, you knew everything that Keon was into. Everything. But being a loyal friend, being a sidekick, or being everything that he wanted you to be when he was really nothing to you, you gave unwanted information to a nigga with a background like that. Gabby, you're just as worse. Then Gabby, you come here and you're trying to prove your point. When I truly felt you didn't have a point, Gabby. I felt you didn't have a point. Right? Gabby, make it make sense. You showing your call log, talking about, see, because I got to show Keon called me. But Gabby, when you look at it, every call, every text, Gabby, came from you. Not one call and not one text message that you showed implicated Keon King calling you. So Gabby, at this point, I have to say the receipts ain't receiving. Gabby, we need more answers than you've given. You didn't prove shit, but you were trying to control the narrative. And I believe, Gabby, you felt that the walls was closing in. When you felt they were closing in, there was no need for you to tell the truth. All you did was got louder, trying to prove a point. And you proved nothing. And like I said in the beginning, the charges that you're sitting on, Gabby, I would have never. Tanya says, I see daddy all over this. It's a possibility, boo. Of lead detective, Miss Antoinette. That daddy is the lead detective. Oh, and says they showed this guy's face, James Lee, on our Philly news. Wait a minute. So, and So was James Lee mentioned as a possible suspect. Dolores says, how about the boyfriend? How about the boyfriend did time for the same shut your mouth. Dolores, y'all got me in a chokehold in this bitch. Y'all got me literally in a chokehold right now. Wait a minute. Girl, let me highlight this. Girl, you got me. Girl, wait a minute. Dolores says, how about the boyfriend? And right now we're talking about the guy that Kada was supposedly engaged to. Dolores says he has the same charges as Keon. This makes it even more interesting because now I have to ask the question. Was Kada really into bad boys? Something ain't making sense to me. So is it a possibility that Keon and the boyfriend, allegedly, is it a possibility that they were at odds over Kada? This is when it appears personal. My God, to thee. My girl Leanne is up in here. Hey, baby, welcome. Rashina, my sister, says, Lord have mercy. My sister says, I heard that it was his brother that helped him also. I heard that too. It's like 6 siblings, all boys. Also, they're saying the female from the trap house drove one of the cars, allegedly. Well, Rashina, it's on record, right? It's on record that old girl from the trap house drove Keon King's car. Who child? This is too much. And I heard that Keon has many siblings. This is insane. Ann says they was all in that Belmore Terrace house, trap house, selling drugs in and out. The house belongs to Keon, but he has it as though they just live in the house. But the police is still watching it. Wait a minute. So the house belongs to Keon? I thought that house was in somebody else's name. That address is registered to somebody else, and it damn sure ain't Keon. I could promise you that. Miss Antoinette, don't laugh at me, girl. Receiping. You saw how I made up a new word? She said, that's some Louisiana stuff, Mocha. Ann says Gabby wouldn't shut up. But now that Dee outed her, Gabby has been quiet lately. Gabby should stay quiet. Gabby done turn off all her social medias, baby. We don't hear nothing from Gabby. Nobody knows where the Gapster is. Ann says, Ann got all the tea. Ann says, we know what James Lee looks like. We don't know if he's a suspect, but showing his face makes him a person that they're checking out. But Ann, what I want to know is, why would they pull James Lee to the front of the class? That's the question I have. Why would they bring James Lee to the front of the class if James Lee knew nothing? If James Lee was not attached to nothing? It's like they're saying something without really saying it. But sassy crazy. Thank you, sis. I'm gonna stop the chokehold. Hey, my girl Wendy, welcome, boo. Ain't saying nothing. Trying to grab y'all comments because I don't want to get too far down. Ann got all the tea. Ann says, who child? Ann says, Dolores, yes. Kada's boyfriend has been mentioned. They say he keeps changing his stories about the last time he and Kada was together on that date that night. Another one that done went and laying low. At first he was talking. Rashida said, Mocha, the girls love those bad boys. It appears that way, sis. It appears that way because there's no way you could be having relations, communications, or just socializing with two bad boys. I mean, I could see, a bad boy for extracurriculars and a good boy for, social status, but two bad boys? Nah, that don't look good. Something ain't right. My girl, Miss Antoinette, said these youngins, they like that thug life. But that's hard for me to wrap my head around, though, y'all. But Miss Philadelphia. Dolores says that boyfriend went to jail for the same charges. He has indeed a record. This is a lot. Right? And I heard that. Keon got all of them brothers, and one of them is in jail right now for unaliving someone. And said that the house belongs to Keon. Don't know if the owner was renting it out, but Keon was staying in that house. Okay, he probably was just staying there. It belongs to, that house is in somebody else's name. Exactly, Rashina. He might be a monster, but he has street smarts. He wouldn't put that shack in his name. Kristen, ride, bingo, you know. We got the goods. That house is in somebody else's name. Dolores says the guy that they're showing had dreadlocks just like Keon. Tanya says, I believe too that they have some shit on James. Why would they have James' picture all across the television? What is it that James know? Was James the one on the scooter, on the electric bike? Was it? I don't know. Could James have been a driver of one of those vehicles? We don't know. But what we want to know is why bring James in? Why is James a suspect? Interested. Not a suspect, but a person of interest. Oh, Lord. James and Keon are friends. And James also have charges like Keon. Well, god damn. And he's been convicted before too. Wow. Wow. Hey, Natalie, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Paula E., welcome, my love. Sassy says, and she meant what she said because she said it. Sassy said, in my opinion, they all can get it. Because Kada didn't deserve it. And that's a fact, Sassy. I don't care what the situation was or what the problem may have been. Nobody deserves what they did to Kada Scott. Ann says, Kada is the only talk of Philly right now. Because of the way she was unalive, everyone is talking about Kada nonstop. I hope Gabby is still jealous. Kada's not here and she's still number one, Gabby. How the fuck does that make you feel, Gabby? But Gabby, you're gonna have nobody never taught you that in life you reap what you sow. Gabby, you don't know, and it showed. You have no idea what it means to be a friend. You don't know what it means. My girl Harmony is in here. Hey, boo, leisure lady. Hey, my love. Miss Antoinette, girl, had a type. Shannon. Hey, Charlotte Stewart, welcome, my love. Leisure lady say all these updates are new to me. Thank you. You're welcome, boo. Hey, Miss Jackson, welcome, sis. She says, why would Kada auntie say? Wait a minute, girl. Why would Kada's auntie say she always did something strange for a little change? That's girl. Miss Jackson. When Aunt Breezy said that, and let me clarify something. Biologically, I don't believe she's her aunt. That's just my opinion. Because Breezy says that Kada is her son's cousin. But I don't know who made Breezy the spokesperson. Breezy said some things, in my opinion, that shouldn't have been said. Why would, at a time like that, why would she say that? She always did something strange for a little change. There's no way. No damn way. And that's what I want to know. What was James' interest? How did James get involved? That's the question. That's the question. Because I want to know. So let's go back to the address. Because that's the heart of it. Gabby went on and admitted that she gave Keon Kada's location, right? Gabby, you had no idea what you were doing when you did that. See, when you do some shit like that, it's like you handing somebody's safety over to a monster. You were a part of taking away whatever little piece Kada had. Who knows? Was it jealousy, Gabby? Was it manipulation? Whatever it was truly the doorway to a senseless tragedy. Gabby, your name is all over it. Your name is definitely all over it because Dee didn't want to implicate herself. Dee came to you, Gabby, and Dee says, bitch, what is wrong with you? And that's where I have a problem, because when Dee says, what's wrong with you? Kada's missing. No, first she said, that girl is missing. Then in the same breath, Kada's dead. How the hell y'all know that? Because nobody else knew. So you see, I got a problem. Dee told Gabby, Kada's dead. Dee said in an interview earlier, everything she repeated was something that Gabby told her. So now you hoes are throwing one another under the bus. But I want to know, how is it that you all could bring your little young raggedy asses up on social media and say this girl was dead and nobody else knew? Because Keon hadn't parted his lips. He was behind bars. So, was it Dee? Was it Gabby? Which one of you all made the anonymous tip to where that baby's body was? Leisure Lady, thank you, my love, for the super sticker. Amity says, it's wild because usually you don't hear about crimes like this happening in uptown. That's what we call that area in Philly. We are living in some really dark times, Amity. Right about now, crime has no pick and choose on age, gender, nor location. These young children need to get it together. These young children, they need God in their lives in a bad way. Miss Sean B, my beautiful sister, tardy to the party. Thank you so much, my love, for the super sticker. Miss Jackson said, oh shit. Miss Jackson said my ex-husband's name was James Lee. Yikes. Girl. Yeah, Miss Antoinette, that's what she said. Strange for change. And that's Hey, Michelle, welcome. She said, so James lived at the SW home. Wait a minute. Was he brought in for questioning like the two females who stayed there? I don't know. I'm trying to get an understanding. She said James' picture was over the news. So now Michelle, I'm gonna have to deep dive into Philly's news to see what's going on with James Lee. And he says, Gabby, you're a weird bitch. You never give another woman's location to no one, let alone some man like Keon King. What the fuck? You need to be behind bars too. Baby, don't you worry. Gabby's on her way. She's on her way. Because she want to be that girl. She want to have that label. She is that girl. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ms. Antoinette says in her opinion, she felt that a message was sent. You bitches get out of order. This is what I got for you. Ooh. That's my belief. These hoes were there. Either they were there or he told them, one or the other. I don't believe he told. I don't believe he just told them, right? Because there was too many cars involved. And who knows who was sitting in these cars as they waited, as they watched. 2 people sitting in the car for 4 hours? Who does that? Then there's a car parked across the street, waiting for them to come back from doing what they did with that baby's body behind that school. They gave them a signal. The people across the street flash their headlights and pull off. Too many cars, too many people. They were there, in my opinion. Somebody knows something. Evelyn Gentry, welcome, my love. Somebody knows something. And that's sad. That is sad. Hey, authentically me, welcome, sis. Ann says, right, Mo. Gabby was calling Kada by her name at first. But then she started calling Kada that girl. Dead giveaway. And Gabby knew Kada's name when she gave Keon Kada's address. Hell yeah. Gabby knew Kada's name. If Gabby gonna bring her ragged ass out here and say that she was cool with Kada's sister, she used to hang out at Kada's parents' house. How all of a sudden, bitch, you don't know her name? Stop it, Gabby. Just stop it, Gabby. It's the lies. It's sad that you're gonna sit up there and implicate yourself in something as serious as this. These young people have no respect for human life. And we don't even have to go as far as another human's life. These young people have no respect for their own lives. Gabby done threw her whole damn life away. Chasing the pharmacist. Wanting to be a bad girl. Look at you, Gabby. Just look at you. Leanne says, Gabby and Shannon gonna be playing scissors together. Girl, you're crazy. You're crazy. That shit is crazy. Oh yeah, Miss Jackson, I'm with you on that. Girl, Breezy should have kept that shit to herself. Man. Oh, D is very suspect, Amani. I listened. I heard. I'm gonna upload it and we're gonna listen together. I couldn't upload shit today because I got home, I've been out all day doing me. I had a lot of appointments with my parents, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, I made it back. But I'm here with you all. I'm going to get that video. Hey, Carla Henry, happy Wednesday, my love. Rhapsody, thank you so very much for that super sticker, baby. You don't know who to trust. You just don't know. Miss Antoinette said he got to stop wanting to be under these niggas. Ah! Michelle said, yep, they get caught up in crazy, serious stuff and throw away their whole lives. Michelle, that part. How could you go from being a beautiful representation of young females in your area to having two bad boys? One for the daytime and one for the nighttime. Make this shit make sense. And you know, this is so disheartening. This is so disheartening because that I wasn't expecting. And he said, yep, because he sounds like he was giving Gabby an excuse for how she was moving. And that was very baffling. It's just, And says at first, I thought Gabby was just slow. Well, and let's just say at first you thought right, my girl. Because Keon is a dealer, not a pharmacist. Keon was selling more than weed out that house. All kinds of drugs. Hence, Gabby's pharmacist. She slow. And it shows. Oh, Lord. Sass and Kristen. Thank you, boo. Because Kristen said I have jokes. It's on her, Mocha. Girl, y'all crazy. But nonetheless, Gabby, it's time to stand in your shit. And the sad part is you're still defending darkness. You're still defending darkness. But Gabby, mark my words. Those lies that you tell, the cover-ups. Gabby, you see that little ragged ass video you made, Gabby? Whether you want to believe it or not, Gabby, that shit is going to come back as evidence of intent on you. And how do you get out of that? Prosecutors go grab that shit, Gabby, line them timestamps up. And your truth, your internet truth, is going to talk louder than the lie that you said about you being in college could. So, Gabby, you could delete your accounts all you want. But, Gabby, one thing you can't delete, baby, is patterns. And the most unfortunate thing, little girl, is you've done this shit before. You've done this shit before, Gabby, and you've gotten away with it. But not this time. Because unfortunately, Gabby, being at the university must have not taught you much, my girl. Because data don't lie. Tanya says, when the boyfriend said I couldn't protect her, That was a red flag. Couldn't protect her from what? What did he mean when he said he couldn't protect her? We know he couldn't go to work with her. So you mean to tell me, another dummy, you knew something and you didn't say nothing? Right about now, everybody that was in Kada's circle should be suspect. Because what baffles me is how in the hell does murder for hire? How does your record today reads murder for hire? And within 24 hours, kidnapping, I'm sorry. Oops, Mocha, erase that, fix it. Kidnapping for hire. How does your record read kidnapping for hire on Monday? And before Tuesday, 5 o'clock news come on, the for hire part was dropped. We got to make this make sense. Who's protecting who? My girl Rashida said that means the boyfriend knew something was going to happen to Kada. They all need to be locked up and charged. Yes, ma'am. That's it and that's all. I stand on that. We have to, right, Kristen? We have to connect the dots. We definitely, hey, Tammy, welcome, my love. My girl says she's in the bushes. She's driving. Be careful, baby. That part, Tanya. That part. But no, Miss Antoinette, that was the original charge, boo. But then eventually that charge disappears. It eventually disappears. I'm not understanding the justice system. I'm not understanding the justice system because, in all honesty, we wouldn't be here having this discussion. Kada Scott would still be here enjoying life, enjoying her family. Had these people done something with Keon King when they were supposed to? How do you let Keon King with those type of charges? I can't even call it slip through the cracks. There was no cracks. He didn't slip through nothing. Keon King walked out the door. You all gave him a bond, said it was all right, said it was okay. What you did wasn't a bad thing. And you all let him walk. So now here you are trying to save face, trying to make things right. No, there's no need in making nothing right. It's too late for that. Because now we have a family. We have a family planning to bury their daughter, who should have still been here, still living her life. And who do we blame? Yes, we do blame those whose hands were involved. We blame those. But when we blame those, we have to also go to the courthouse in Philly and do something with that DA. Do something with the prosecutor. There's no way Keon King should have been given an opportunity to victimize not another woman. Not another woman. And then we have to ask ourselves a question, right? Boo, Banger, my love. Welcome, Boo. Happy Wednesday to you. We have to ask ourselves the question, right? How many more? How many more victims have there been that didn't make it home? Whose families are still screaming and crying, not knowing where they are because the city of Philly didn't shuffle their feet. Keon King, we got to call it for what it is. He was creating his own burial plots behind that school. He knew where to go. He knew where to place her. And as they search for Kada, up turns another body. So do y'all think he's new to this? We have to be careful who we vote in office. We have to be careful who we entrust ourselves to. Look at the world today. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, I'm just saying. I believe that Kada's boyfriend had a part in it. He took her to school. Hold up. He took her to school field early that day. While on her date with him, he deleted his page that said, yeah. He deleted the page. And it's just so many red flags. I believe they had an argument. Happy birthday, Boo. Boo Bang, is it your birthday? I don't know. I ain't saying that. I ain't repeating that because it might not be Boo Banger's birthday. I believe. I do believe. Something was off. See, not my birthday. Charlotte Stewart gets us every time, y'all. I believe something did not go well on that date that she had with the so-say fiance. Something did not go well. When he was questioned, the one thing that I heard, all he could have talked about was chicken wings. How the hell are we talking about chicken wings and your supposedly wife-to-be is no longer here? You got to make this shit make sense. So, no, we're not going to do this. And says Gabby put herself on the forefront. We never knew who she was or her connection with Keon and Kada until Gabby came out with that video with D and saying Kada was deceased ahead of time. And that's it and that's all. And that's exactly what I said. Gabby exposed herself. Nobody knew who she was. Gabby wanted to be a part of something. Carla says, I know one thing. Philly has so many young girls around Keon's age. He might have something to do with the missing girls. Ugh, Carla. And if it ain't necessarily him, Carla, if it ain't him, Carla, it could possibly be the enterprise that he's a part of. Because when you look at Keon King, when you look at pictures of Keon King, right? As a young man. Hey, Denise, welcome, my love. My girl says, Mocha, I totally agree with you. The system failed her, where that guy should have never, ever gotten out. Ms. Mocha, I just heard something that turned my stomach upside. Girl, what did you hear, dear Denise? Fill us in, boo. What you hear? Hey, my girl Tony, welcome. Happy Wednesday, mama. He should have never been out. Dolores says, I believe the guy who was watching them search the day before they found her is the anonymous caller. You think so? I believe one of them hoes. And that's what I believe. I believe one of those hoes was the anonymous caller. We don't know, Miss Antoinette. They never put an ID on that other body. They never put an ID on that other body, but there was one. Again, like I said, the system needs to answer. And they have to take accountability for what they have allowed to happen in these streets. And it goes back to what I said the other night. There's no damn urgency in us getting justice. And when I say us, there's no urgency to little brown girls. There's no urgency if Kada's name was Catherine, if Kada's name was Kelly, if Kada had blue eyes and blonde hair. It would have not taken the city of Philadelphia damn near 2 weeks to beat their feet and to at least figure out what the hell was going on. There's no way that young lady should have been out there that long. And Philadelphia did nothing. Cool Girl Sister says Mocha Gabby wanted to be the main chick and will do whatever he wanted her to do. Well, she got herself in a world of shit for doing whatever he wanted, and he didn't even ask her to do that shit. She done got herself in a world of shit. There's no way. No way. Denise says, I feel the case has a lot to do with jealousy from the play friends and the fake boyfriend. Because the day he gave her the ring, she came up missing. The ring is a part of it. I'm going to need Denise to get out of my playbook. I had that ring circled for another day. But Denise, that's some wicked shit, right? You proposed to me today. We go to dinner today. I'm happy like a motherfucker. I'm celebrating. I'm going to be somebody's wife. So now, you gotta ask yourself the hard questions. Because it's not like we can't sit up here and pretend that Kada didn't know Keon. She knew him. To what extent, we don't know. Did Keon feel like he was her man? We don't know. But then why all the violence? The very day Kada gets engaged. This girl done made me go into a whole nother commentary that I had scheduled for another day. But hey, we go talk about it. Gotta make it make sense. Whew, Lord. Huh. And says Larry Kress and Larry need to go to bed. He needs to be fired. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I wish y'all could get him out there. Just a regular citizen will do better. Go and run for his position. The Lord said they believe the other body is a Mexican girl who was missing first. That's what one of the searchers said of the body wasn't Kada's. Okay, well, nothing has been confirmed. Nothing has been confirmed on that. Carla, that was the most disgusting thing that the so-say fiance could have said. The so-say fiance called Kada in an interview. He called her easy. Well, bitch, if she was that easy, why the fuck would you put a ring on her finger? Right? So he had no love for her, y'all. But the most fucked up part is, why would you disgrace her at a time like this? See, these people ain't shit. And that's what makes me know is something more sinister behind Kada's disappearance and Kada's unaliving. We gotta put this shit together to make it make sense. The boyfriend, the fiance, the whatever the hell he was, shady as shit. So now we have to ask the bigger question, right? Because we got to keep it all the way 100. The fiance, the fake fiance, because she wasn't engaged very long. So was the fake fiance a part of Keon King's entourage? You have to think of things like that. Especially for the way he comes out and disrespects her. The way he has in her absence. Now, how the hell she was easy? Hey, Cynthia Harmon, welcome, my love. No way. Hey, Lisa, welcome, baby. Tanya says Keon was mad because he couldn't have her. Something happened. I believe this shit. Something more than what we've been exposed to. Denise says, my son told me a lot of what the guys was talking about when they were talking about Keon. He only turned himself in because he knew the gang was coming for him, not because the lawyer said the gang. Huh. Denise, I could believe that. Because why? Why? Now that part, Carla, I didn't hear. Carla Henry said, oh, did y'all hear this? They were saying Kato's uncle owed somebody. I have to be honest, I never heard that nowhere. Never heard that nowhere. So Mocha's not going to run with it because I've never verified that. Wow, the stories you hear. Indeed, she was a beautiful girl. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Denise says, Keon, shut up. Denise says Keon and the boyfriend is truly the ones. They knew each other. I'm from Philly. And my son knows because the streets are talking. I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. See how you see what happens when we connect the dots? When we connect the dots. It's just some things that so say fiance said that didn't make sense. And it had red flags all over it. And it just sounded shady as shit to me. Bitch, how can you call the woman that you claim to have loved, put a ring on her finger, smiled in her parents' face, bitch, and now at a time like this, you're telling the world she was easy? You can't keep a decent interview. These people were asking you about your very last moments with Kada, and all you could have spoke on was pepper flakes on a chicken wing. I don't get it. The seriousness wasn't there. When this shit initially happened, I believe it was for show. But one way or the other, Kada's truth will be revealed, regardless of who's involved. Who's, oh Lord, hey, Portia said, sounds like he was jealous of her, over her. He probably liked boys, damn. It's a shame. It's a shame. I never heard that. And the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to put stains where stains don't belong. You know, Kada Scott's family deserves all the respect in the world. If they could have protected Kada, I know damn well they would have. They would have kept her home that night. So whatever the implications are out here in these streets about her family and whatever their involvement may have been in the drug world, that's not for Mocha to talk about. Because I don't think that's the case. looking at that family, looking at that uncle. I don't see it. And that's just me. It's just me, right? But I'm not going to lose sight of what needs to be called out. And I'm not going to throw the integrity of this out the window. Keon King ain't shit. Gabby ain't shit. Gabby's little sidekick, her friend of 15 years, D, she ain't shit either. Kada, short-lived fiance, short-lived engagement with a play fiance. He ain't shit either. My girl Lisa says I'm from Philly. My oldest daughter and nieces and some of my friends knew Kada and are the family. This is so damn sad, Lisa. It's sad. My heart hurts for that family. Tanya says, I believe that's what it was. Because right now, that's what it's all beginning to look like. They played a game. She was a prized possession. We go see who gets who first. No. A life. A life. A life. Whew, Lord. Ann says that bothered me too. When our boyfriend said that Kada was easy, the way he met her, making her sound like she was a trick or something. And that's the hurting fucking part. And you know what made it worse? And he came right here on these platforms and he said that shit after that. So say Aunt Breezy said it. Why? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So and that alone makes that so say him suspect. Suspect. No, Carla, her funeral has not yet happened. I believe it's scheduled. I believe it's scheduled. It's either this weekend or next weekend. I'll fill you in on probably on tomorrow. Raisha said a reporter went to the scene of the crime, telling the story of what happened. He stated another body was mentioned, but it wasn't another body. So he cleared that up. Okay, thank you for saying that. Because all I knew is what they said initially, that there were another body there. Thank you for clearing that up. The lawyer said he thanked Keon King's cousin helped him. Coming from lawyer. And the lawyers, there's going to be so many speculations out here. We don't know at this point, we want answers, right? Let's get this straight. We all want answers. Kada deserves all the justice she could get. We all want answers. But we in this situation, we have to pay attention, connect the dots. And what we can't do is implicate people when they don't deserve to be implicated. Keon King was a bad boy indeed. He ran with a bad crowd, doing really bad things. So who knows who was a part of what he done when it came to Kada? Was Gabby there? Was the two in that house there? Was was Kada's so-say fiance there? See what I'm saying? The questions. The questions. Because right now, everybody's suspect. Thank you, Sassy. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was this weekend or next, but thank you for confirming that. It's Saturday, this Saturday. Bubanga said November 8th. Miss Jackson says, why I gotta get unalive for someone else dead? Miss Jackson, that part. That part. That's why that part not making sense. I don't believe it had shit to do with our uncle. I believe it had everything to do. I think it was a territorial type shit. If you ask me, the way the so-say fiance is out here responding, I believe this is some territorial type shit. Gabby, you knew about it though. So was it that the so-say boyfriend was getting more time and attention than Keon was? Keon couldn't put his hand on Gabby when he wanted to put his hand on Gabby. So I'm on shit. Keon couldn't put his hand on Kada when he wanted to put his hand on Kada. So he goes to Gabby for information. Gabby, you ain't shit. Denise says the streets of Philly is talking. Kada wasn't easy. She didn't want Keon, and I could understand. Keon is not lookable. She didn't want Keon the way Keon wanted her. One thing I know is this Gabby is suspicious because Gabby says she's friends with Kada's sister. Sunshine said, Mocha, that aunt kept saying she was alive and wasn't that lady is evil. Was it not the aunt? And if I'm wrong, please somebody correct me. Was it not that so-say aunt when they went searching? Was it not that so-say aunt that said she kept hearing Kada screaming and she was alerting others to convince them that they heard the same screams? They need to stop playing. They really need to stop playing around with these young girls' lives like this. Everybody want to be a part of something. And it's okay to be a part of something, but be genuine with it. Be authentic with it. Come from the heart with it. And don't just be out here for bullshit and to be seen. Ann says, so far they didn't mention it yet, but in our Philly Tribune paper, we have a big article from Kada's balloon release. They did Sunday just passed. I'm going to keep, okay, you're looking for the funeral. Okay. This is crazy. Sunshine, girl. I'm coming with it. Rashina, you hear me? That fake. And says Kate is the only important news that we're getting here in Philly right now. I'm so glad we in Philly are not letting them sweep this under no rug. Thank you. Thank you. Because you know we have to stand for something at some point. When will we say enough is enough? And it's sad that Kada, it's sad that Kada had to be a sacrifice in order for some sort of change to come to Philly. But Nisha, hey, my love, welcome, boo. Rashina says, wait a minute, lost a comment. But Mocha, they have used her several times to solve some redrums in Philly. What? Huh? Wow. But if they did, okay, I'm hearing that. But sis, how could you come out here and speak on somebody that you call your niece that way? She fast. She do a little something strange for change. Make that shit make sense. Boo Banger said, so sad Kada was born on the 18th. And the date they announced her passing is the 18th. Oh my God. That's a day that family will never forget. Sean want to know, have anybody ever seen that aunt with the family? Not me. In nothing. And I wonder why. It's crazy. Rubanga said it's on November 8th at, let me highlight that. Kata's homegoing is on Saturday, November 8th at 10 o'clock in the morning at Mount Airy Church of Christ. Thank you so very much for that information, Bubanga. Thank you so much. This is too much. Denise says, it was the play aunt that said that, to lead them where to go. I'm so sorry. I don't believe in playing with the spirit, Denise. Me either. Me either. Hmm. Wow. This is a lot. No, Carla Henry, she's not blood at all. But then to put your mouth on that baby like that, she's fast. She do something strange for change. No, we don't do that. All I know is Kada deserve protection. Kada deserved protection. And if the people who knew better, if the people who knew better had spoken sooner, Kada would still be here. That's why every night I open this platform, I stand on purpose over popularity. See, the truth don't need a fan club. All the truth needs is a voice. Some people don't get that. Miss Antoinette said, so what? She's some kind of reader? Miss Antoinette, she says she's a seer. Denise said, nope, she's not around that family because she's not a true aunt. It's her son who's cousin to Kada. She sent off a different vibe to me. I remember her saying that. When my son heard, I heard. She said that. She said my son was Kada's cousin. And she called herself Unbreezy. Right? Sean, talking about disrespectful. Exactly, Rashina. And that's where it hurts because parents these days shouldn't be burying their children. Kada, vibrant, young, excelling in life. Kada's parents should have been getting ready to celebrate being grandparents. They'll never get that from Kada. Instead, they're burying their baby. I pray to God that her parents get the justice that Kada deserves. She's owed that plus more. You know, it's a big thing over social media right now. Ooh, I'm getting stopped up. It's a big thing over social media right now, right? About the attorney that's representing Kada. I saw he's done several interviews, said his piece. Amen, Miss Antoinette. He's considered in Philly, from what I understand, as a high-profile attorney. He's been Keon's king attorney for a long, long time. He didn't just step in the picture after this happened with Kada. He didn't just step in the picture and said, I'm going to represent Keon King. So he's been down with the bullshit. He's been down with the filth that Keon, possibly all those other brothers, even the father. He's been down with all of their shenanigans, and he's that family's representation. He says, the interviewer asked him, are you doing this for clout? I don't need clout, he says. This case is nothing compared to cases before this, much bigger than this. And I walked out a winner. One thing I could say about him, he's arrogant. He's cocky. So unless there's a magician in a jail cell that could, drill a hole in the floor or one in the wall that are going to make Keon King disappear, he could hang it up. Unless the system drops the ball And I pray to God that before Kada's case go to trial, Philly steps up and do some miraculous shit and get those prosecutors and the DA out the seat, because they look like they're easily to be bought. You have to call it for what it is. And if Keon King has been running amok all of this time with all the shit that he has against him, this man feels he's going to get him off of this too. With the help of my daddy. You got a high-powered, a high-profile attorney and a dirty daddy sitting in the right place. I want y'all to do the math. Rashida says he could go to hell saying God spoke to him to represent the monster. Yeah, he lied. He's been a representative. He's been a representative of that family. Ben. Hey, Simone. Miss Antoinette, that girl. That's the question that's been burning a hole in me. Who's paying this man? He's been their family attorney forever. Who's paying him? Dirty money, boo. Dirty money. My girl Charlotte said, so that ninja is on retainer, huh? He should have never been let out of jail. What's the attorney's name, Mocha? Oh, Shaka Johnson, I think. Something. My girl said he's a liar as well. Within the last 10 years, they were all convicted. Since he was in that interview, he said, go check my track record. Everybody walked. That part, sunshine. What he would have done if Keon had done that shit to his daughter and he was still their lawyer. That part. He's arrogant, I know that. Shaka Johnson, that's him. Correct, Boo He's been that family's lawyer for years, and he admitted it. He admitted that. I mean, I get the point that he made, you know? If I didn't represent him, somebody else would have. So, you know, money talks. It ain't about integrity. It ain't about decency. Money talks. You know, and Kada's family has submitted a petition for him to resign from the case. His words is, money talks. If I wouldn't represent him, somebody else would get paid to represent him. And it's not that her family, I'm sure it's not like her family feels that he should not be represented in court, because every criminal in the world, yeah, every criminal in the world has the right to representation. But being an upstanding citizen of Philly, being well recognized in the city, being respected in the city, knowing the status of this case, knowing the nature and the manner of Kada's demise. How could you? And that's my opinion. How could you? So I stand with the family of Kada Scott. How could he? Doing some shit like that. You don't represent people like us. Because we're not the same. We're not the same. Where are your morals? Where's your integrity? Most of all, where is your heart? That part, Miss Antoinette, what kind of voice, what kind of voice did God use talking to you? It's crazy. And was he the representative? Was he the family's representative for that son that's doing life right now, Sean? Wow. Bubanga said they asked him on camera, now, will you step back off the case? He looked in the camera and saying no. Bubanga, and he meant that shit. He meant it. Charlotte's Web says, yes, I know of Mr. Johnson, and yes, he's been shady for years. Remember, I just moved to Charlotte 5 years ago. I was in Philly for 30 years. Wow. Wow. So when you know, you know. Boo Banger Factual, all money ain't never good money. So Keon, I guess if you got a tablet like Jarvis Bucks, you surfacing social media too, so you know what's happening. So you might start wanting to, ask your brother to get a cot ready. Same representative. You about to go lay down with your brother, boo. Reunited. Just like Kim Worthy, y'all. That part, Miss Antoinette. Will make a name. And said Keon is at our maximum state prison on State Road. Yeah, I read where he was, girl. Quran from Whole Correctional Prison. I'm hoping he meet a lot of ooh in there. Ooh. Child. And he ain't gonna be all right. Rashina crazy. He gonna be washing more than drawers. But that is where he's housed, Sean. That's where he's housed. I looked it up because he's a violent offender. They couldn't leave him in county. Oh no. I personally looked it up. That's where he is housed. Bubanga said, oh, they better have him in PC because, baby, they going to do him over on State Road. Do you hear me? When I read up on where he was, I'm like, oh, Jesus. Okay. Charlotte said, CCF is a county jail. So that's not prison where he is on State Road, right? Pennsylvania's Commonwealth. I knew that. So they don't go to prison until they get sentenced. So the jail that I read that she just mentioned where he was, so that's not prison. Ooh, see how much I know about the law? Shut up, Mocha. Shut up. Wow. Either way it go, I don't give a damn if Keon King is in prison. I don't care if he's in county. I don't care if he's laying in the middle of the road, right? I don't care. Keon King is going to get what's coming to him. Okay, Bubanga said, yes, he is in prison. They send the prisoner there until he gets sent upstate. Charlotte says it's a bad county jail. Wow. Jesus. Wow. 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 Jesus. Jesus. But Keon King, Gabby, and everybody else that's involved in this, they have a price to pay. Even Shaka Zulu, for exchanging his integrity for $1. Everybody has a price to pay. Kada Scott did not deserve the hand that she was dealt. We're going to continue speaking Kada's name. We're going to continue praying for that family's strength. And we're going to continue coming out here with every update that's available, exposing the Keon Kings of the world. We're going to expose what the justice system tried to hide when it comes to Keon King and that family's name. We're going to show a pattern. You do me a favor, I do you a favor. How many dirty favors have been going on in the judicial system? Keon King's father shouldn't get those privileges. And our children should not suffer. And our children should not leave us at early ages because there are privileges within the system. And it's because of those fucked up privileges. Kada's life was cut short. Because had Keon King ugly ass stayed locked up for that horrible crime that he committed prior to Kada, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. Lisa says her family should sue the whole Philly court system. And that jail is the worst. Raisha said, as that aunt talked, I was side-eyeing her. She needed it. She needed it. It's sad. All we want is justice for Kada Scott. Peace that surpasses all understanding. We pray for it for that family. We're going to leave out of here tonight, guys. continuing to love on one another. We're going to keep Kada's family in our prayers as they go through these next few days that's going to be terribly rough. They need all the prayers they could get. I don't know what it feels like to bury a child, but I was there. I watched my mom bury one. It's never easy. It's never easy. Prayers to those whose hearts are in the right places, who still stands with integrity in their hearts for these children. Because if we fail one child, we have failed them all. Thank each and every one of you for pulling up tonight. I appreciate it. If you forgot to hit that like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. I appreciate each and every one of you that supported the channel through Cash App, Super Chat, Super Stickers, or even just joining the membership. From the bottom of my heart, I'm always grateful. So until we pull back up on tomorrow, doing the same thing at the same time, I wish each and every one of you a blessed night. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, God bless and good night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Moca leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. Team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. No bells, no work ain't done. No leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you, we stand with the truth. This is the No Look Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall and join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless. Justice for Kada. Justice for Kada. Justice for Kada. Love each and every one of you. Good night. God bless.